So today's day 4. I'm approaching about the 120-mile mark of the SWIP trip. I'm on what's known as Wine Cup Ranch. Quick rundown on the first 4 days of the trip. First day was pretty crazy with the wind and rain. Had 11 hours underneath my poncho, a lot of road walking because of private property issues, just to get to the SWIP. Started right at the substation and went to a little town called Rock Creek, and just beyond that I was able to pick up the SWIP. And rained good that night too, didn't stop until just before dawn the next day. Next day, day 2, was awesome. Really surprised with the scenery. You know, a lot of this terrain that I'm going through looks really flat, and there's all these little nooks and crannies that you just don't see until you're, you know, right up on them. Saw a ton of antelope that day, about 15 of them. Saw 25 mule deer before dark that day, and saw a calf, a newborn calf. And so that was all really cool. Also saw about 20 or so raptor nests in the power lines, the ones that are already there. And 3 of them were active. And from what I could make out, looked like it was all red-tailed hawks. Day 3, I got to meet up with the Nevada Wilderness Project folks early in the morning, around 7, and picked up my first resupply. Only burned about 50 minutes there, packing for this leg. Excuse me. And then kind of had to circumnavigate an area called Salmon River Falls Canyon, and ended up coming out just on the outskirts of Jackpot. And had a cool experience that day. I was kind of walking down this old road and ended up running into a ranch hand who was an old timer, and he was really nice. He let me cut across the property there, and at the last minute he kind of was processing what I was telling him about where I was headed, and he came up the road to kind of tell me the lowdown on how to get around Salmon River Creek, which was really nice of him to do that. Kind of did a hard evening after lunch yesterday, getting past the town of Contact, and ended up camping with the NWP folks last night. Got to bed early since I stopped a little early to camp with them, and was up at 4:30 this morning. And then you know, kind of cruising hard. I've come through, it's amazing today, like I didn't see any big game, like no antelope, no deer, but I did see one, you know, birdhouse that was on one of the power lines, and it appeared to have a sharp-shinned hawk nesting in it, and there was a pair there. I saw a red tail. And other than that, didn't see anything, like no rabbits, no mice, nothing. But on what little bit I know, what I came through today was extremely overgrazed. I mean, there was hardly any grass at all. I didn't see anybody running cattle out there. But it's pretty scenic today where I'm at. Some nice mountain ranges off over here. That's kind of where I'm headed. Kind of be on the back side of those eventually. Probably end up getting my second resupply towards evening tomorrow from Nevada Wilderness Project. So that'll be my second resupply. And yeah, you know, just trying to maintain a decent pace. And you know, a lot of these spots where I'm having to walk roads, it's so I can get across rivers, so I don't have to ford them. I don't really have time to look for a good spot to do that, and Salmon River Falls is pretty high, so yeah, out here hiking the SWIP, and I've already learned a lot about power and what happens when I turn the switch on at home and where it comes from and where it's got to travel through to get to me. So yeah.